Welcome to another edition of Hoss Talks, guys. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch. I got to give a real quick shout out and a thank you to Grand Lake Dock. The folks out there have taken care of the Hossmobile, the trackside Hossmobile, hooking me up with some new batteries, and that thing zips now. So a big thanks to Bill Morgan and the entire staff at Grand Lake Dock. Welcome guests, Austin Lambert, A-Town, Featherfoot.
Yes, sir.
Owner, CEO of Featherfoot Garage.
Yes,
dude,
sir.
thanks for taking time out of the busy Monday to come
Thanks
over.
for having me. I'm pumped.
So, dude, let's just dive right in here.
Yeah.
You guys are you've been around racing a long time.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All your life, you know, it's in the DNA of
Yep.
Lambert. You can't be a Lambert and not drive a race car at some time in your life.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, just a real quick rundown. Give people kind of like a cliff notes of the Lamberts.
So my papa and his brother Thomas started racing in 1956 at the old Tulsa Speedway. So they got into it, raced for quite a while, and then that passed on to my dad, which was then my dad's cousin Jesse, and then my uncle Michael. So went to them, and then it dropped to us, and it's been going on ever since.
So whenever, like, I've been around racing a long time too, and like whenever I came into the micro scene, you and your two brothers were racing.
Yep.
And you guys parked in the middle row all the way down,
Yep.
all three cars,
Yep.
Daylight Donuts,
Yes,
the whole
sir.
nine on them.
Yeah.
You guys raced for how many years before you took a break?
Oh, man. So we got into it in about 2011, and then 2017 is when we kind of shut her down for a little bit.
So you shut her down for a little bit, take a break, you go out, you did something rodeo-ish,
Yeah, I did.
which was insane, by the way. Because, like, I saw some videos of you on a freaking bucking horse.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That was just wild, dude.
Yeah, it was. So
Was it like driving a race car through the rough, or like?
No, not a chance. There's there's nothing that compares to that. So before racing, actually, in 2009, I started riding bucking horses when I was younger.
What made you want to do that, first of all?
So, I don't know. I've always enjoyed it. We've always rodeoed since I was younger. We always did it. And so, never the rough stock side. So, when I was...
So you're more on, like, goats and lambs and, like,
no,
the ones where you, like, hug them and they, like, run out, you know?
A couple times. But, no, my dad's buddy said there was a play date in Collinsville, and they're having some young bucking horses there, and they want some kids to get on them. So, my dad took me out there in 2009. And rode one, and I was hooked. I loved it. The adrenaline in that deal is just insane. So got hooked on that, did it for a couple years, and then one day my dad's buddy called him and said, hey, come out to Port City and have your boys get in these micros. And my dad's like, he wasn't too fond of it because we never were in it. You know, we were pretty old. I mean, I was 12. Trey was... Oh, gosh, I think he was a senior in high school, so it was pretty late. And we came out here. I drove one. Trey drove Donnie Ray's for the first time, and which that's where I got my name, Featherfoot's from Ray, because apparently I wasn't on the gas at all. So, yeah, we got that in 2011, and then after that we bought a couple and raced till 2017.
Downhill from there.
And, yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, you haven't only just ran micros. You dabbled in the midget a little bit, had some fun with that.
Yeah, 2016 we got a Boss midget and ran that for a couple seasons, and it was good. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. Midgets were awesome, but, you know, it kind of just fizzled away a little bit after that. But
it's hard to keep up with everything that you do because you do a lot.
Yeah.
How old are you now? Like 19?
21.
So you're 21.
Yeah.
So you are legal to drink in here at Bob's Stern 5.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you and your brothers, all three of you guys, are like entrepreneurs like crazy.
Yeah.
Like it must be the Lambert in you or something, man.
I guess. I don't know.
Either that or you guys are just crazy.
Yeah, that too. But no, my brothers, they're hooked up. I mean, Trey and Cole, they've been always hard workers. So, you know, I kind of wanted to do my own little thing, and that's kind of what I got started here about a year ago. So it's been going really well too. So
the little thing that you got started is a little thing called Featherfoot Garage.
Yes.
Going back to that, you know, initial Papa Ray giving you that nickname, and it just fits.
It perfect, you know. He gave it to me, and then it's kind of slowly changed to Leadfoot, but
then A-Town came up.
Yeah, exactly. But it just never stuck like Featherfoot did. So when I was thinking of names, of what to name my little business, Drew Hillenberg texted me and was like, Featherfoot Garage, and I was like, golly. That was on point.
And so what is Featherfoot Garage for people that may not know that have been sleeping under a rock?
Yeah. So about a year ago, I kind of been watching the classic truck stuff, and the square bodies have been getting super popular. I've been watching them, and so about a year ago, I bought one, flipped it, made some money, and then after that I started getting quite a few of them, and now I'm getting Blazers, C10s, K10s. From the square body phase to 67 to 72 Chevy trucks and Blazers, and I've been buying them, fixing them up a little bit, selling them, and it's been going super, super good. I'm very blessed.
Really?
Yes, sir.
It has been going really good, and I mean, I've seen some of the things that you've put out there. If people are in the market for something like that and they want to contact you, do you have a Facebook page that they can go check out?
I got a Facebook page at Featherfoot Garage, and I got an Instagram page, Featherfoot Garage. So, and I'm currently trying to get a website done too. So
if you guys are in the market for something like that, I mean, dude, the guy has some cool stuff, and he's always coming across even cooler stuff.
Absolutely.
You always outdo yourself. I'm like, man, that's sweet. I don't know how and then the next day you're like, just going to pick this one up in Arizona. Or whatever it is.
Been traveling a lot. I mean, I've been getting on at the right time, but lately, about the last 3 or 4 Blazers, they've contacted me, and they're like, hey, I want to sell this. Would you be interested? And I'm like, yes, sir. I'm on my way.
On it. Hooking up the trailer. We're getting in the truck, and we're on the way.
We're on the way. So it's been super awesome.
So let's dive into the racing career of Austin Lambert.
Yep.
I mean, you're a Tops Up Here Bud before Tops Up Here Bud was Tops Up Here Bud.
Yeah, no doubt.
You kind of live or die by the top. Kind of ride or die, kind of like Team S. What is it about the top that just like – does it seem to just fit your aggression, and you're like, here we go?
I'm more of a cowboy up type of guy, clearly. Oh. So I get bored running the bottom. Sometimes it's been you're only going to win it on the bottom, and I lose my head. So I just want to run the fence. But it's I love it. I like to keep the adrenaline going. So
So whenever you left and you come back, you team up with this guy named Scott Sawyer.
Yeah.
And
somebody like that.
Whenever I heard that you were coming back, that you were getting into one of his cars, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So you get in the car, and like immediately, it almost like seems like it clicks.
Oh,
like you're there, like you just got back on the buck and you're ready to go again.
Yes. Yeah. It was good. I contacted him middle of last year. Yeah, middle of last year, and I asked him if he had a car I could drive, and he said yeah. So it was Nominee Nationals, I think, was the first race. And first night out, we I think we started 10th in the main, and about 4 laps in, and we were up to 4th or 5th, and I was like, holy crap, we were rolling, and I was feeling good. And then we hit a rut and threw a chain. But the next night, I think we ended up being 4th or 5th in the main. That was the second race back, and then
it was just rolling.
Yeah.
So the first couple of weeks that you come back, first of all, what made you want to come back? You and Rosario have been lifelong friends for a long, long time.
Yeah, he's my dude. So I came out here and helped him. Actually, I ran his car.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I think Nominee Nationals a year before.
Yeah.
And so I came out here, I think, a week before I ran Scott's car and helped him, and then that was it.
The bug bit again.
You come out here one time and you're hooked.
Yeah. So you get back in the car. You're running really well. I mean, very competitive. There's nights where you're like throwing bombs on freaking Frank Flood on the guys that this is their grounds,
Yep.
And didn't you like hit the back straightaway wall or like?
So
you were like leading or fighting for the lead.
Yeah. No, I think I had it in the bag.
Yeah.
And I went off 1 and 2, and I just
the bag had you, bro.
Just
God,
freaking
I remember that. That was rough.
I was upset. Ray just walked by me, Ray Crawford, after that, and just shook his head, and that's all I needed.
That's all it was. You didn't, and that's the thing about Papa Ray. He was always like, either he didn't say much or he just didn't say anything at all.
That's all he had to.
And you already knew.
Yeah.
So this year you start off the season. Really rough, kind of. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
you went to Millbridge.
Yeah.
By the way, a phenomenal showing.
Yeah, showed a lot of speed
minus
there.
some of the technical difficulties in a particular area of the racetrack.
Yeah.
We won't go too far into detail on that. If you'd like to talk about it, we're more than happy off camera to speak about it, because there's probably still a few choice words that we can't bleep out just yet, because I don't have that button programmed. But you ended the season last year in a strong way. Very
solid.
strong.
Super solid.
You come back this season, and it just seems like, something's missing.
Yeah, so I came into this season with, a lot of high expectations, and I came in and, in my head, I needed to, win every single night, and that got to me because, Scott's the man. I mean, he can get that thing super dialed in, and he has, and it just needed to be my job. And these past couple weekends, I had my head up my.
Yeah.
So I last week, I talked to myself. I'm like, listen, just slow down and do what you know how to do. Just don't drive like an idiot like you have been, and we'll be all right. So,
well, there's a reason why they call them Sawyer chassis, because the guy Scott Sawyer knows his way around them.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's the man.
I mean, he's all right for who he is. I mean, I guess whatever you want to say. So you talk about last weekend. Let's rewind a little bit further. You come into the season, you had some motor problems. Car just wasn't running right. You weren't running where you should run. You weren't doing you.
Yeah.
And you have a talk with yourself. Is that like a motovational type thing? Were you like alone in the truck? Like, walk us through that.
Yeah.
So you in the truck going to pick up a vehicle?
Yeah. So I was actually. So I took. So I raced 2 weeks ago. Last weekend I took it off, and I went to Kentucky to get a Blazer, and just that drive down there and the drive back, and I was like, just talking to myself, like, you know what to do. Just calm down and make your laps, and you'll be good. At this point, I was just wanting to finish because I hadn't finished one race. So talked to myself, and, I we got a different motor program, and we tested it out, and it was good. So I was ready to rip. So
okay. So now we're it's May 13th. 2021. Yep. Today's date that we're filming is May 17th, so we're talking last Thursday. And you're ready to roll into what has been deemed Lambert's night.
Yep.
Your dad and uncle have stepped up, and they wanted to do a corporate night. Yep. They're bringing out your papa's car. The car is, dude, that car is awesome.
Oh man,
it breathes so much coolness. Like, you can't get any cooler than that.
No. They killed
fully
it on
restored. I mean, that thing is mint, dude.
Super mint. Yeah.
You come into that night, and we had tried to do this interview prior to the event, but just schedules didn't meet up. And I asked you Saturday. I'm like, hey man, can you come in early maybe? And you're like, well, I'm at Joel's getting my car wrapped, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, on race day. So you come out of the box on Lambert's night with the tribute car to your pop. It's like almost identical.
Yeah. No, Joel killed it. I've had the idea, and I sent it to him, and I wanted to get it done, and just with everything that's been going on, I just haven't took it over there, and so I hit him up. I think Monday or Tuesday, and I said, hey, can you get this done by Saturday? He's like, golly. And so I was like, so I took it over there late Wednesday night, and then he had it done Saturday for me. So it was really cool. My dad rolled the 34 Chevy out there, and me and Jake pushed it around to surprise him, and he was pretty pumped. So I was pumped too. I mean, Joel nailed it. He nailed it on the design. So
not very many people knew about it.
No, not at all. So it was a super cool deal.
So you roll out the special tribute car. It's Saturday. It's Lambert's night. I couldn't barely get Lambert out of my mouth announcing the races without the crowd just going wild.
Yeah.
Not only it was for your brother. Your brother came back and raced
awesome.
and ran Dave Max 08. I mean, and did really good, dude.
He's solid. He did really solid. He's a smooth driver.
He's like, man, I don't know. I could have done better than that. He raced. I'm like, man, you started on the outside of Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
And Jones is going to let you win that heat race, knowing that you're just coming back for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
But he had a solid performance.
Yeah.
In your heat race, you're in the same heat as Jake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, it was a good race. Really
it was a very good race.
Yeah.
Starting the main, you started second row inside, third row inside, second row inside.
Second row inside.
And we get to going, and I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh,
Yeah,
man.
I'll
It's
say
like I just heard the music in my ear. Guess who's back? Ow, back again. And you just ripped her apart,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it
Solid
was
performance.
super
You go across the scales, you come out, you do your donuts.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like for you on a night kind of for the family,
Yeah.
business, all your friends there, so many people there? Did it feel like a huge weight was lifted?
It did, because, this year I've just been mad at myself for my performances. And so, I going out there, I was really, really wanting to win, especially with all my family and friends there, and especially it being the Lambert night. So, when I when I saw the 5 to go, I was like, holy smokes, like, come on, put it together. So when I crossed the checkered, I was super pumped. And, what was cool was watching the video back and just seeing all my friends and family super excited. So, I saw them all pumped up after I did the checkered, and I was like, I got to do donuts, and I got to make this exciting. So
Right.
I did, and I was so pumped. I was speechless after that because it was just a cool night. It was awesome.
Just a lot of things leading up to that. I mean,
Yes.
you're having a rough year. You debut a new paint scheme.
Yeah.
You got the whole family there. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Awesome.
Throughout your career, you've done some pretty cool things. You've won some pretty cool races.
Yeah.
Would you label that as probably one of your number ones?
Yeah, I think I would because it wasn't like any other one. Just because with so many people, like to me, I'm a huge family guy and friends guy. So with all of them being there, I mean, it was just you couldn't beat that, and it was awesome. So I would definitely label that as one of my biggest ones.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Family and friends.
Yeah.
I mean, the racing community is one big family. I mean, without a doubt, everybody knows that. But you take it one step further and you look at the Rosario bunch.
Yeah.
And just the bond and everything that you have with Jake has got to be something special.
Absolutely. I really enjoy him. He took me under his wing when I was first getting into this deal, and he's been helping me ever since. And we got super close, and we've always raced together. So he's super. He's a role model of mine. So I always look up to him. So it's him and the Crawfords and the Hillenbergs. We're all super tight.
Super tight.
Yeah.
And that's always good to see. Just the relationship and the bond that you guys have is pretty spectacular. Some of the things that the donut helmet. I mean, that's kind of like you've had some pretty cool helmets, right?
Yeah,
but the donut helmet, man,
it's pretty sweet. I went to Jake with the idea, and he knocked it out of the park, and it's just been a legendary helmet. So.
Yeah, you can't. If you ever retire that or want to get rid of it, I'll buy it so we can put it in the studio here.
Perfect. Heck yeah. Absolutely.
Moving on in family, I mean, you're tight with your dad, your mom. Very, very influential and part of your life, and something very special. But you have a special woman in your life too.
My
dude, she's a
Amy.
freaking rock star.
She's so awesome. I couldn't have anyone better than her because she's perfect. She's awesome.
She's a go-getter.
Cool. She is. I mean, she'll do anything, and I mean, she is not afraid to talk to you or sell some shirts or whatever. I mean, she's on it. So she supports me in everything I did. I mean, rodeoing, racing, everything. We go to all these places to get these vehicles, and she's right there by my side. So she's awesome.
She's absolutely a rock star. I've seen her several times, like with Baby Ray or Little Lambert or something like that, and she's just like cracking up and carrying on. I'm like, dude, this is great. You know,
she's awesome with kids. So.
Sawyer Innovations has taken off this year. Something really cool that Scott's done. He's kind of stepped away from Sawyer chassis, he's, pursuing other things. And just like everybody else in the micro world, if you really think about it, the big names, you look at Frank Flood, Frank Galusha, Joe B. Miller, all these guys are starting the development programs or doing different programs. Heck, now you look at Keith Coons, he has a development program. The things that you guys are doing with Sawyer Innovations is kind of like a one-off, really. It feels more family-ish. It's not like, hey, you're coming in, you're going to rent this car, you're going to run this many races, you're going to pay this much money, this is what we're doing. It's, hey, dude, come over and help me peel vinyl off this trailer, or, hey, you're going to need to come over here and help me do this or do that. Talk about that relationship with the Sawyers. I mean, that's something huge that you guys accomplished Saturday night. It wasn't just you. It wasn't just Scott. It wasn't American Bank of Oklahoma. It wasn't just the sponsors on the car. It was a family win overall.
Absolutely. You know, I when I hit up Scott, you know, last year, and I started going with him about every week. You know, we started to get close, and I was like, man, I really like to, you know, keep doing this with you. So, you know, when he decided he wanted to do his own thing, you know, I was fully going to support him, and so we've been, you know, he is top notch. You know, he's the man. So, you know, me and him, you know, we got super close. You know, his family, and so for the win last week was just awesome. You know, it was just I've been wanting to get one for him for so long. I mean, for the past year and a half or whatever. You know, I've been dying to get him a win because he deserves it. I mean, he deserves it so much. He busts his butt. So I was super pumped to be able to get that for him. And you know, I want his gig to just blow up because I know it will because he's the man. He
stays on top of things.
He does.
And really puts his all into everything.
Yep.
Whenever he steps away from racing, and he was still winning races and doing good in order for his kids to race. And then whenever his kids can't race, now he's got, you know, other friends that are now family race, and that says a lot for the guy.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
A big hat shake to Scott.
Yes.
Amber, too. I mean,
She's
Amber
awesome.
is a rock star in her own self. The cards that have been dealt to her, she takes them and she just she shows the wild card. She pulls the ace every time. So
she's a go-getter for
hat shake to the Sawyers. I appreciate that. They support me and freaking give me high fives all the time. So I'm all about shaking the hat back to them.
Awesome.
Outside of racing, what are you into besides your trucks? You know, it's Featherfoot Garage, it's racing, it's Ramey. It's like, what else is there? Like just a relaxing night on the couch? Like
we're constantly busy. I mean, Ramey, she's got a huge family. I got a pretty big family, and you know, so it's either we're somewhere hanging out with family and friends, and that's constantly. We don't ever really get to have time to sit on the couch. So we're always up and going. I mean, we're getting vehicles on the weekends, or we're at her family's for dinner, or my family's for dinner, or birthday parties, or whatever shenanigans. So we're constantly busy.
So whenever you're rolling up and down the road, you're going to Kentucky to get this smooth 72 that you already have sold before you even have it on the trailer. What are you listening to? What's the radio on?
Oh, my goodness. Tyler Childers all the time.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. We might throw in some hip-hop every now and then when we're feeling froggy, but...
Is he the one that sings, her buckle makes impressions on my thigh or something like that?
Yeah, that's
that
him.
Song? Man, you guys need to look that up.
Yeah,
hey, Tyler, give us a call, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Come out to the races, chill with us, man, whenever you have an off week.
Play in turn 5.
Yeah, well, come on, player. Come on. I'll throw $1 your way.
There we go.
We'll put a tip jar out for you, man.
Yeah.
So what's the go-to snack? Like, are you a big snacker? Are you like, oh, my gosh, we got to stop at the Come and Go, or we got to stop at the Casey's and get this? Like, if Ramey's going into the store, you're filling up the truck, and she goes in the store, does she know what you're getting?
She knows that I'm getting the energy drink for sure.
Okay, what's your energy drink of choice?
Energy drink of choice has to be a Blue Raz Rain.
Oh, you're a Rain guy.
I'm a Rain guy.
Sometimes I like the Rain. Sometimes
I like the Bang.
Sometimes, hey, the bangs are all right, but I'm trying to be more of a Nos guy. Hey, Nos, hit me up.
Yeah,
Nos and Haas.
Too. I like it.
We go together like peas and carrots.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, okay, so you're getting a Blue Raz Rain.
Yeah.
All right, what are you filling in your mouth? Are you like a candy guy or are you like a chip guy?
I'm not a candy nor a chip. I like to have a protein bar, or if I'm feeling real froggy at Casey's, I'll get a slice of pizza.
What?
Yeah, for sure.
Look at him. This guy's so handsome. He's got like his shirt's like rolling up because his muscles are so huge. I'll get a protein bar. Or if I'm feeling froggy and on cheat day, I'll get a slice of pizza.
There you go. Absolutely.
So a slice of pizza, what pizza are you getting?
I'm getting pepperoni.
Pepperoni? So if you were a pizza topping, what kind of pizza topping would you be? If somebody went into Casey's and was like, hey, let me get the Featherfoot, they're going to make what kind of pizza are they going to make?
We're going to get like a meat lover.
Oh.
Yeah, we're throwing it all on there.
Oh, man, all the meat you can handle on the Featherfoot.
Sausage, pepperoni, everything.
Dang, there we go. Hey, I like that. I like
Absolutely.
it. I mean, that's the piece of topping I am because Haas is all the meat you can handle. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So Tyler Childers, a slice of pizza, a Blue Raz. That's not a bad combination, really.
Not too bad.
Are you a drive at night guy or like drive during the day guy?
So I like to get them. I like to get to the destination by nighttime, but on the way back, the whole way back, I like to be in the day. I don't like to be pulling any vehicle in the dark.
Yeah.
So I like to get there. If it's going to be in the dark, I like to get there during the dark and then just drive back all night or the day. So
how many pillows do you sleep with?
Ooh, 3.
3 pillows?
Yeah, every time.
Are you a waffle guy or a pancake guy?
I am a waffle guy.
Whenever you wake up in the morning, do you have something for breakfast other than a protein bar?
Nope, protein bar every time.
Protein bar. What's your protein bar of choice?
Special K has the new protein bar that I'm digging lately. So
note to self: get the Special K protein bar, and you'll have abs and muscles like Austin Lambert. Okay.
Yeah.
I just gotta remember that for later. If you were to describe your driving style to somebody that has never watched you race or raced against you, how would you describe your racing style, your driving style?
I like to be on the fence, full throttle, not lifting, not ever using the brake. So that's how I would do it. Lately I've been driving like an idiot, but my deal, I think I just like a Rico.
There you go. There you go. You got the threads. You got the full throttle threads. You got to get after it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If there is any piece of advice that you could give to somebody that's either getting into any sport, really, whether it be racing, whether they're going to get into rodeo, from your experience, you're 21, you're wise beyond your years, really. I mean, not very many other people can say that they've driven to Kentucky to buy a truck and, they're starting their business and it's kind of a home run.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to a younger kid?
Yeah.
Or even adult? Like if I'm, hey, Haas, hey, man, I'm going to go ride bucking bulls. What are you going to tell me?
Just follow your dreams. That's one thing with me is I've always, my family has been super, super awesome to me, and they've supported me in everything. My dad, my mom, they've all stood behind me in everything I've done. My brothers especially, me and my brothers are super tight. And, I would just say follow your dreams. If there's something you want to do, you can do it. I mean, it's, rodeoing really wasn't in our family at all. And, we got into it that's where I met Ramey, actually, was when I was about 5.
Really?
Yeah, we were super young. I've been best friends with her cousins all my whole life. So, I get into that with no experience at all. I'm rodeoing, bucking horses. My dad rode it a couple times when he was younger, but I got into that. And, I mean, racing was what my family did. So I got into that and with no idea, but I wanted to do it. So, I mean, follow your dreams. You can do it. I mean, just put in the work and you'll be successful in anything you can do. So
it's not always going to come easy.
No, sir.
You got to keep on hustling, keep on grinding.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
In closing, anything that you want to say to people that they may not know about you? Yeah,
I am just a super friendly and happy guy. I'm super blessed to be able to do what I do. Just very, very thankful for everything that I've been blessed with by my family and friends. So I like to race. I like to hang out with friends and family. Just a positive. Try to be a positive guy all the time.
There you go.
So
I like that. Follow your dreams. Be positive. Hey, this has been Featherfoot Austin Lambert on Haas Talks.
Yes, sir.
Performance Electronics, custom electronic solutions. From design to manufacturing, let us put your ideas in motion and become your company's full-service electronics manufacturing experts. Performance Electronics.